to come up here and give a little something. And I was like, yeah, give the best man speech. Pretty excited about that. Watch out for hot mics and stuff. And so I was like, oh, well, it's Ben. So this is an important occasion. So I went online and Googled, best man speech. And found some rules about it. Apparently, rule number 1, do not be rip-roaring drunk. Boo. Don't overly embarrass the bride or anyone in the audience. Boo. And don't be vulgar. Don't use any swear words. So, just a disclaimer, we're clearly out of my wheelhouse. I have no idea what I'm going to say from here. But I do have my piece of paper for this very purpose. First, I'd like to start by welcoming everybody, of course. Thank you for coming. This is a very important night. I'd like to say a few thank yous to the bride and groom, Mr. and Mrs. LaFond. Very, very exciting to be a part of it. Next, I'd like to send a shout out to the bride and groom's parents. I'm not quite sure where they ended. Donna and Bob. There he is. Mrs. Lee, good to be here today. You guys have a lovely bunch of kids here. Rob, Rob and Hong-Jin for making sure they made it to adulthood. Helping make sure they made it to adulthood. Yeah, that's exciting. Wedding party, because we're a lovely bunch of people as well. Right. Woo! Most of them agree here. Oh, I forgot. I'm Montana, and that's my son. Also, like to thank Tony, Lester, Rick, and Brad from Cobblestone Florist. They did the flowers tonight. Yeah, back there. Lovely bunch of guys. Lovely bunch of flowers. Yeah. All right. So, flowers are nice. I helped with the table name cards. Did those on the inkjet print. I tried to help with the boxes of chocolates on the table, but they wouldn't let me. Not quite sure why. Boo. Boo. So, I've known the groom, Ben Xiao, as I call him. Spelled with a W. I've known him for 23 years now, 23-ish years, since the 8th grade, or since the bride was 3. Yeah. Good for you. Good for you. All right, when I first met Ben, what first drew me to him was, or I first met Ben, what? When I first met Ben, what drew me to him was he could always make you crack a smile. He could always tell you something funny and make you laugh. Very funny guy. I think the one thing in particular was that in class we could sit in rows of school desks, and he could burp. We call them puke burps. This is awesome. He could burp, and you didn't know what he had for lunch. He'd be sitting like 2 seats up and 1 seat over, and he would like funnel it directly to your face. And it was just like, you'd look back and you'd go, hot dogs and salad? Yes, it was hot dogs and salad. So it wasn't just his bulletproof bowl mullet hybrid haircut that he had. There was something more there. And that's why I stuck around it. I wanted to be your friend. You were a draw. As you've grown into an adult, as I've come to know you as a man, I've come to know that you are the definition of honor in character, and you are a friend that every person in the world wants to have. So you just can't beat that. I'm a nose breather. Okay. So, it was At this point in the speech where I went off into the puke burp montage there, I started to think of just rolls and rolls of disgusting, some funny, mostly embarrassing stories about the groom, but I didn't want to get carried away because after 23 years, you can really get carried away with that sort of thing. If you want to hear it later, after a couple more drinks, come see me outside. I'll let you guys know some more stuff. But I wanted to kind of get down to business. I first met Xiao Ling as Amy at the Tea Garden. My son still knows her as Amy, as do a lot of people. That's her American name. I like Amy. But Xiao Ling. Am I even saying it right? I know, just gonna do it. All right. So, I met her as a bartender at the Tea Garden. My son actually calls the Tea Garden Amy's place. I like that. Oh, he's here. Anyways. But it was through repeated, perhaps maybe excessive visits to the Tea Garden that Amy started to be more friend than bartender. And it was on a particular occasion, there was a specific occasion where before Ben and Amy had started dating, there was some playful banter. She was taking over bringing food or something like this. And there was an order of broccoli involved. And I'm not quite sure what happened or why the broccoli was involved, but Amy actually took a piece of broccoli off the plate. I'm not sure if it was hot, and tossed it at Ben. And I kind of was like looking around the table going, did that just happen? Did she just happen? And she did, and I kind of sat there for a second on it, and I was like, that was funny. And, oh, she got a crush on Ben! Oh my God! So that's where I kind of started to figure stuff out. Next thing I knew, they were dating after the broccoli dust settled. Ben's a good friend, so I'd see him regularly. And kind of, they were dating, and I'd check in, how's Amy, how's your girlfriend? Stuff's going good, stuff's always going good. Great. And at their 100-day anniversary, your face was sheer terror. Okay, on their 100-day anniversary, Amy actually got Ben a very nice gift. It was a big screen TV and a PlayStation 3 after 100 days. And I said, you gotta marry this girl. What the hell? Buy a ring, marry her, 100 days, done. And my next thought was, oh my God, Ben's never going to be able to hang at that level of gift giving. But he somehow managed to. He held on to her. And here we are. Woo! Come on, super water. I'm getting off the plate. Thank you. So as I've come to know Amy more and more, we've actually spent time out at the Tea Garden together, I promise. I've come to know her as beautiful, obviously, so beautiful tonight. Really so beautiful. And she's warm, she's generous, and she's kind, and she is an incredibly hard worker. And it was like plain as day to me then, because if there's one thing my wife will tell you about marriage, is that it's a lot of hard work. Thank you. Somebody got it. All right. So, I'd like everybody to raise their glass. To Mr. and Mrs. LaFont. May your future be held with ups and downs. May you face them together with joy. All right. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big round of applause to Montana on that nice speech. I'd just like to introduce myself. My name is Brad. I'll be a DJ for this evening. If you guys have any requests, feel free to go over to the DJ booth and let's have a good time. And also, enjoy your meals. Thank you.